you're alive now.
Oh no, Nelly, I'm scared. Well, put some peanut butter in between my toes. Why are we all blurry? I'm pretty blurry. Let's see.
Are we blurry?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It could be,
Doesn't matter.
Could be me.
Doesn't matter. So what do we do it here?
Who knows?
I don't know either. Why do we still do this?
Look at what we have here. Barney 10.
Hey, I know Barney Chan.
Do you?
I do.
Who's that guy?
He's a little Asian guy who's hurting because he wrestled.
What are these?
Low-C NASCARs.
Are they?
Right there.
Why is this one folded?
Oh, because it came in the mail.
Why do you get this in the mail?
Yeah, I got it from my dad. And then he holds them, gives them to me. I don't know. It's an issue of radio control car accident.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Grave digger!
A tiny functional RC excavator. Look at that. It's compared to the size of a quarter, so it means it's small. Look at that. It's tiny. There's Peter's Beetle.
There's a Toyota, the Land Cruiser.
I know what those are. Hey, it's barefoot.
There's a K5 Blazer.
Huh. Look at that.
There's gearboxes.
What are those things?
Oh, TTO2s.
No, that's a Traxxas one.
Huh?
That's the Traxxas one.
Oh, then I don't know.
It's the Traxxas car that we don't run. The Fortec. The Fortec. It's made to drift. Oh, look at that. It's a super clodbuster. Wouldn't that be neat?
No.
Super clodbuster. Oh, you don't like that?
Kind of dumb.
Oh, they're fun.
How about Bigfoot?
Yeah, it looks fun. This has two motors. And four-wheel steering.
Look at that. That's America.
America.
Whoa.
Look, that's pink.
River would buy that.
Yeah, you probably would. It's crawlers for a cause.
Do you think that snowplow actually works good?
Probably not, man. Because there's no snow. Look, Low-C NASCARs.
Hey, there's a TTO too.
Yeah, I got some of those. Low-C NASCARs. Oh. We got 15 people watching us look through magazines. Well, we're going to talk about tonight these M&Ms by... Who are they by? Hershey? Hershey? Peanut butter and jelly, artificial flavor. Artificial flavor.
Yeah.
So does that mean it has like rabbit piss in there or something that they use to make the
No, that would be
jelly
artificial.
flavor?
That would be
I mean, are the flavors really artificial? Because it was made from something.
It was purposely built for something.
Yeah, I mean, it came from something, and that came in nature.
Mr. Hopper.
I mean, what? I mean, palm and sunflower oils. I understand palm and sunflower oils.
Do they like make your hands sweat, and that's like your palm oil?
Sure. I mean, what about Yellow 6? Where do you think that comes from?
Oh, crayons.
Yellow 5?
Oh, that's the one below it.
What about Blue 1?
What did you do?
Blue 1.
Who?
What about Red 40 Lake? Yellow 6 Lake.
Lake?
Yellow 5 Lake.
Wait,
Blue 1 Lake.
Why is the lake red?
I don't know.
Kind of scared.
What is propyl gallate?
Propyl? There's propane? I'll sell propane or propane
propyl
accessories.
gallate to maintain freshness.
Yo, what kind of transformer is that?
It's not Optimus Prime, I'll tell you that.
No, that one is.
It is red, white, and blue.
Optimus.
Optimus is America.
Hydrogenated.
Hydrogenated palm kernel oil.
You're a kernel oil.
And or vegetable oil. So I guess whatever they have that day.
Cabin fever.
Oh, look at that. They're there now. All because we went there.
Yeah. They do all.
Hey, it's Wes.
Blue.
Wes, I can tell. I talked to Wes on Saturday, and
You
we
could-
went over the reasons why. Is my car in there? We went over the reasons why he got out of racing. Now they don't race oval at Mike's Gulf Coast. I think Wes is itching to race again. Made for mudding. So should we try these here and get this over with, or should we save this for the highlight of the show?
Save it for after the
Oh
results.
man, I'm really hungry for those. They look good. So you are
Penn State.
good. And I'm
Stupid.
okay. And where?
The Abominable Snowman.
And we're gonna do?
Things and such.
Okay.
Look at this. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's very nice.
I
It's little uglies.
here. 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, someone sell me an RC car for $50.
Is that TJ the Googlila?
The Googler?
The Googlila.
The Googlini.
I got Chucky milk.
Got a wallet.
You know why I got chocolate milk?
Because you like chocolate milk.
No. Yes, but no. This was cheaper than a bottle of Turkey Hill iced tea.
Oh, I believe it. It came from a cow. I mean, what cow have you ever seen pump out some iced tea? Iced tea's incredibly hard to make compared to milk. All you gotta do is have a cow. That's the sickest thing I've ever seen.
You have to have a cow.
You gotta have a cow to have milk. Where do you get iced tea from? You don't milk a penguin for iced tea, do you?
Maybe.
Good. I mean, they do come from someplace that's cold. That would explain the ice part of it.
Oh.
I mean,
And they kind
Maybe-
of look like teas.
yeah. So maybe penguins produce iced tea.
We figured it out. We figured it out, Dano. Your logic is priceless. Red 4 is made from crushed bugs.
See, I told you, it comes from stupid shit like that. Armadillo piss.
You didn't even say armadillo piss.
I'm sure armadillo piss makes something that's in these M&Ms. This is called a different name. It's probably called the propyl gylate.
Do not Google milking a penguin. Kind of want to
So anyway, we're Bloodline RC. I'm Aaron. This is Kyle. And tonight we're going to talk shit. I mean shop.
Whoa, language.
We're going to review these M&Ms, of course. I mean, I know everybody's waiting for that. They're M&Ms, peanut butter and jelly made by Hershey.
The M&Ms.
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 We're going to review the M&Ms. And we're going to talk about a topic called, what is a purpose-built car?
M&Ms.
What's the difference between purpose-built and, you know, what we call purpose-built now, and what these low-C sprint cars are, and what these Traxxas Midwest Modifieds are. Because, you know, Kyle's saying those cars are purpose-built, so shouldn't they be considered purpose-built? I think he's stupid.
I think you... No. Nope.
So, but first we're going to talk about racing for the week.
Ew, I don't like racing. It's
I know
scary.
you don't race anymore. You quit. You just go out there to announce and work. So, Pheasantland RC Park. Tuesday fun. April Fool's
Aren't
Day.
they all fun? No, it's not. Monday was April Fool's Day.
4-1. It says 4-1.
Was it Monday April Fool's Day?
I don't think so. I find it hard to
Maybe it was
believe.
Tuesday.
It says
I don't remember.
April 1st, 2025. Yes. Racing is supposed to be fun. Why is it not fun? We're supposed to be having fun doing this.
Oh.
I think we found out what's wrong. People are not having fun doing this.
Wait.
Guys, you got to go out and have fun next time you
We're
go race.
supposed to have
Fun.
fun?
F-U-N. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
U is
And
for
is it-
radium.
Yeah.
That is for no survivors.
When you... That's all I know. So 13.5 sprints.
Whoa, those have 13.5 motors in them.
They're just stock, so. Dave Dries, Chad Kohler, Chris Gibson. Big Block.
Big one.
Ray Horning, Adam Schucker, Mark Klaus. BL2, Chad Kohler, Matt Bruns, Mark Klaus. Klaus. He sounds like a German. Klaus.
No, he's a fish from American Dad.
Oh, that's true. Intermediate, Matthew McGowan, Brian Yenser, Austin Yerk. Low C Sprint, Matt Groover, Matt Bruns, Zach Schumann. We just needed one more Matt in there. Everybody should change their name to Matt, so all the results are Matt, Matt, and Matt. Mini Mud Boss, Chris Salt, Brian Yetzer, Lucas Salt. Mod Sprint, myself, Preston Selfinger, and Brian Stout.
Hey, good job.
It was 3 of us.
That's still a race.
No, that's sure. It was a practice session.
You beat Preston.
Yeah. Oh, he broke a car. I beat him both rounds.
There you
go. Traxxas Modified, Matt Groover, Brian Asnich. I don't know how to say that.
It's supposed to be arsenic. Someone put the wrong one in. It's arsenic.
Is it?
Yes.
Who did that?
I don't know. It wasn't me. I wasn't there.
Brian Arsenic.
Yeah.
Alex Moyer. I think it was Merkel.
Probably.
I think it was Merkel. So that pretty much sums up the week of racing.
You know, when I saw you won, I thought it was going to be a April Fool's joke.
What?
That you won.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's why I won.
April
That's going to take us to Friday at Pheasantland. 13.5 Sprint, Chad Kohler, Dick Robbins, Sean Horning. BL2 didn't exist. EDM, Guy Intellisano, Jeremy Davis, Chris Kennedy. Intermediate, Damon Leitch, Jason Durr, and TJ Crone. Low C Sprint, Jack Munson, Dick Robbins, Chris Bettdorf. Midget, Mike Cope, Matt Haugentogler. It's a nice name to say. Chris Gibson. Mini Mud Boss, Matt Kirkpatrick. Alex Moyer, Tim Diebler. Mod Sprint, Cameron Fleur, Phil Marabella, and Lance Kramer. Traxxas Late Model didn't exist. Traxxas Modified, Alex Moyer, Matt Kirkpatrick, Brian Arsnich.
I had to date this.
Who is it? Your boss?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to suck. Well, that's going to bring us down to... Let's see, is there any comments? Tell them we're live. The ambiguously gay duo. Red 4 made from crushed bugs. Your logic is priceless. Do not... I do not have fun with... I don't have fun anymore at RC races. Fun is what you make it. I agree with you, Skunk. I've ruined some race days for myself, and it was my own fault. Same here, TJ. We're our own worst enemy. Well, we could talk about that later. Let's see. We're going to have to go to RJ's, in case you're following along. RJ Speedrome, Saturday. The 4-5, no points, dirt oval race. It was not for fun. Did not say fun. So it was not for fun. 13.5 sprint. Nope, that's not it. How did Bill do this? Oh, God. Intermediate 12T. Kurt and I, and the old Johnny Springs mobile, he got a great deal in that car, and he's already winning races second week out. Hunter Russell, I like to call that Thunder Muscle. Sam Troop. Traxxas Midwest Modified. Tim Miller, Chuck Eccles, Kurt Ney. 13.5 Mud Boss, Chuck Eccles, myself, and Barney Tan. Mini Mud Boss, Brian Rex, Barney Tan, Jim Stroll. Brian and Jim, that was their first race ever.
Nice.
Yes. And they beat Barney.
Whoa.
Well, Brian beat Barney. BL2 Mud Boss, Matt Bruns, Chuck Eccles, and myself. Midget A main, Cameron Fluer, Eric Belts, and Louis Pavlovek. 360 sprint, myself over Dave Wenzel and Chuck Eccles. Low C sprint, Matt Bruns, Tim Miller, and Brian Palancar. You found a fish.
Fishy, fishy.
A fish, that went wherever I did go. You've never seen Monty Python, have you? It was such a fishy fish that went wherever I did go.
Brady catches these, don't he?
I think that's all he does anymore. RJ's 4-6 carpet oval. Let's see if it's. I'm not gonna have any faith that Bill got this right. So if I go to final results, it probably won't be final. 21.5 Sportsman RTT A main. Scott Schaff. Macaroni. Mark Laird.
Macaroni in the pot.
Mark should have really called himself Cheese. It would have been better.
What? Who's Mark? I
don't know. I don't know who he is. But if he would have called himself Cheese, it would have been macaroni and then cheese. It would have been better. 17.5 Street Stock. Dwayne Lindenmuth. Mike Taller. Denise Lindenmuth. Don't do that. 21.5 Truck. Scott Struble.
21.5 Truck.
Scott Schaff. Macaroni. BL2 Mud Boss. John Zeppelin. Denise Lindenmuth. Frank Zeppelin. That's a lot of Zeppelins. NASCAR A main. Cameron Fluer. Scott Fisher. Bernie Berninger. 5.0 Breakout. Frank Zeppelin. Sean Black. John Zeppelin. And that's going to take us back to Pheasantland for the Sunday Fun Day. Y'all had fun on Sunday?
No.
Other tracks didn't have fun, but you were having fun. Do you care? Nope. I guess you don't. 13.5 Sprint. Brett Hollinger, Sean Horney, and Chad Kohler. Big Block. Kurt Nicholas, Barney Tan, Adam Shucker. BL2, Chad Kohler, John Pauly, Kurt Nicholas. Intermediate, Tanner Putt, Braden Hoffmaster, Austin Dirk. Low-C Sprint, Matt Bruns, Tim Miller, Jack Amundsen. Midget, John Pauly, Kurt Nicholas, Brett Hollinger. Bod Sprint, Paulie Kramer, Arnie Fye, and Lance Kramer. Traxxas Modified, Matt Groover, Dave Green, and Kyle Horning. What do you think of them apples?
I actually forgot I was in that race.
I know you did. Let's see. And we got to talk a little bit about the Mini Z Cup race.
Whoa, they ran for what now?
Cup. 2,500 lipo stock. Michael Malincinko.
Let me look at this thing.
That's.
Oh, Malaconco. Finico.
Okay, there you go. You got it. Mike Catano. Anthony Calandro. Two-wheel drive mod pro.
Bunch of Italians.
Yeah, they all came from New York. EJ Kudermanch.
Whoa, what?
That's what I'm going with. Dustin Richards. Kudermuncher. Angelo Morales. 3500 GT. Ethan Miller. EJ Kudermanch. Sand Colin.
Who's he calling? Sand Colin. Call out the rag. Sand Colin.
All-wheel drive mod. Grant Boyer, Lee Morey, The Stig.
Those are boring.
Box stock GT. German Morales. Juan J. Tyler Quinn. F1. Joe Katona. Shin Sakamoria.
Saka what?
Sakakakaparia. Mike Catono. Pankar. Jose Martinez. Lee Morey. Dustin Richards.
Dustin Richards sounds like a street stock driver.
Does. Pro Stock AAA. Michael Malenkinko. Joe Catono, Angelo Morales. You know, Park Lane's looking for an announcer for this spring and summer. So if anybody knows anybody that wants to do some off-road and on-road and mini Z racing, get a hold of them and, you know, see if you can work something out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they want somebody that's experienced in those fields. So I don't think you're qualified.
Wait, not yet. We still have one more.
Oh, the racetrack of the week.
So I picked this one. Actually, I picked this one because of the story.
Okay, give me the story.
It's called Breakneck RC Speedway. It is in Livermore Falls, Michigan.
Okay.
I think it's Michigan. M&E, it's Michigan.
Wait, what is it?
Michigan, Maine, or Maine? Is that Maine? M&E.
Michigan? Maine is Maine. M-E is Maine.
Maine, yeah.
Maine,
I
yeah.
don't know why I thought Michigan.
Michigan is M-I.
But yeah, I don't know, whatever. It is the Darlington of RC Carpet Oval. Breakneck RC was started in the early 2000s, and after the passing of Ron, a group of people stepped up as ambassadors.
The passing of who?
Of Ron.
Ron who?
His name was Ron.
Just Ron. There's a lot of Rons.
A group of people stepped up as ambassadors to keep the track running in Ron's memory.
Not Ron Galley.
No, he is snakes.
He's still alive. Ron Ditzler's still alive.
Davies, yes, I seen it. I forgot to tell him about it. We cannot air that on air.
What?
You can't. It's on a group.
Oh. Yeah, we can't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
We might taint the court case.
Davies, we're not surprised.
No, not at all.
So, this is this track. Low-Seed NASCAR Adults Box Stock A Main. Leo Jolin III.
Out of state fugitive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lee Bell and Roger Lockhart.
Bebo?
No, Lockhart.
Okay.
Low-Seed NASCAR Kids A Main. Atrio Simmons, Pierce Russell, and Brian Paya.
Hey, it's Tyler O with Ron Burgundy.
21.5 truck foam tire A main, Brian Paya, Ryan Pablo, and Pierce Russell.
Why are you reading these so slow?
21.5 Sportsman RT A main, Barry Dykemeyer, Bradley Nut Brown, God, Roger Lockhart. Hell, which one was I just on? Damn it. Right there. 17.5 A main, Leo Jolin, Roger Lockhart, and Lee Bell. SK Light, Ryan Pablo, Lee Bell, and Mike Stout. And 21.5 SK Driver Development, Bill Brake, and Racer X. And that
Share size.
is your week of racing.
Yes, there was no other racing anywhere else.
Nope. Alright, you ready to try these things?
Yeah, we can try these. So,
This is these. You ass!
Okay. Pick one. Do you want to have the beetle? The crushed beetle?
Is this chocolate? What's it? I guess we
The
do.
red.
I think you get all three, right?
I'm going to try one at a time. Let's see.
Alright, so we
Well, the first thing to say about these is they're hard. They're round. They're kind of flying saucer shape. And they got an M on them. Oh, what do you think? I can taste the jelly and the chocolate. They're crunchy. No crunchy center. Very soft on the inside. Tastes like milk chocolate with jelly. Chocolate, peanut butter, chocolate and jelly? I don't taste peanut butter. Do you taste peanut butter?
like in the slight in the middle.
I taste more chocolate and jelly.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing now?
I'm going to try this one. Maybe it's more peanut butter because it looks the color of peanut butter. This is a miserable color to make the bag, isn't it?
And the other ones look just like this color.
I mean, it's just... This isn't yellow.
Did you think
This is almost...
was this strawberry or grape jelly?
It seems a little bit of both. It doesn't really have anything about what kind of jelly. A shade of peanut butter, just a shade.
This one had a lot of peanut butter.
Let's open this up. This is what you'll see inside of it, guys. Hard candy shell, thin layer of chocolate, some peanut butter. You don't really see the jelly in there, do you?
Yeah, right there. See the jelly on top there?
Oh.
So they're all the
liquidy.
same. They're all the same flavor.
I like them, but the chocolate is very overpowering compared to the peanut butter and jelly. I think the jelly makes it a little sweeter.
I taste the peanut butter. It's right in the middle.
There I got some,
Yeah.
because I shuffled it around in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you really need your peanut butter fix, you got to shuffle it around a little bit, because that chocolate gets a little overpowering.
You know what's weird?
What?
I'm not getting jelly anymore.
No, I'm not either. Not on that last one, but there is like that sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
So
Are they okay? Yes.
I would eat them again.
I think it needs more jelly.
You know, what they need to do is be a little bit bigger, about the size of a peanut M&M, and instead of the peanut, it needs to have that peanut area filled with jelly,
Yeah.
surrounded by peanut butter, and then chocolate on the outside, thin layer of chocolate, and then the candy coating. That's what I would say. Scale of 1 to 10
6.
in comparison to other M&Ms.
Yeah, probably 6.
I mean, if we're gonna rate the perfect M&M, I think it would be peanuts M&Ms. Those would be the 10.
That's pretty good.
Those would be the hot girl. Regular M&Ms, I think they'd be a 6. I think these rate a 7.
How do they compare to the cups?
Why are they asking you that there instead of on the
Because
chat?
my aunt.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah, you are seriously watching the Azalea's eating candy right now.
I think you could taste jelly a lot better in these than you can in the peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
I think you could actually taste the jelly. But
Are you gonna buy some? Did we sell some M&M peanut butter and jelly to you?
somebody's feeding their cat.
Hey, whoever's feeding the cat, do you want to try these peanut butter and jelly M&Ms?
Yes.
Come on in. You'll be on YouTube and famous.
Okay.
I don't know about famous. You'll be on YouTube, not
Here,
famous.
this is Morgan. Come on in. This is the daughter.
This is.
Try these out. We're doing a food test.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. What about if you have another?
Yeah, I would have another.
Okay, but yeah, let's see like what you think after you've had it multiple.
Why?
To see if like we found
What
like,
are the odds?
pretty good. We found like the jelly goes away, the peanut
Yeah.
butter flavor comes up quicker and harder.
Yeah.
Where before it's more the
Tastes
chocolate.
different.
It's more like the chocolate and the jelly.
Yeah, it's weird.
But as you go in, it's more peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're good though.
Yeah, it's good.
Like
but
the-
that's just a weird effect.
Yeah. I would say the peanut M&Ms, they're a 10. They're the hot girl.
Okay.
The regular M&Ms are a 6. I think these are a 7. One step above. But they're not a peanut
Yeah,
M&M.
I agree.
Because the peanut M&M has a peanut
Okay.
inside.
Take one out.
Yeah.
And don't chew it.
Okay.
I
You want to
think.
try this test?
I think.
Melting
one
it
out.
in your mouth?
Yeah.
Just let it,
Sure.
I think
They
the
melt in your
jelly.
mouth, not in your hand.
I think the jelly.
Hold on. Wait. While I have it in my mouth, I'm going to hold it in my hand and see. Does this melt in my hand before it melts in my mouth? This could take a while.
I think the jelly might be like it could in the shell.
Mm.
Because I taste it right away when you just put it in your mouth.
No.
It is in a shell.
No. What are you getting?
Nothing.
No, nothing.
See, I got a jelly right away.
It doesn't melt.
No.
See you, Wes. We lost that. Wes. This is a great cure for insomnia. Good thing I don't drink anymore.
Oh my god, they got a sponsor. I wish.
Sponsor. I want some damn candy. So anyway, well, thank you, Morgan.
Yeah, they're good.
They don't even know we're here anymore. They're just lost in their candy testing.
The one in the mouth is melting. One in my hand is not. Aw, the test is ruined.
It was already ruined. You opened it to him. See, I get the jelly when I'm just mouth testing this.
I got jelly. I got chocolate. Then I got jelly. Now I have peanut butter stuck to the roof of my mouth. I really taste peanut butter now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, still not melted. See the lengths we go through to test these candies?
Yeah, we should be sponsored. Somebody should send us food.
Oh, but warming it in my hand like that made the shell break down faster in my mouth. That shell's already broken down. I am down the chocolate.
Oh god.
Look, it's chocolate.
I am not doing this shit out. They're pretty good.
I'm going to hear about this show later.
I'm saying 6 out of 10. What are you giving it?
Well, I already said peanut M&Ms are 10. They're the best.
Okay.
You can enjoy those in multiple ways. I mean, you could shoot them out your asshole if you could just stuff them up there if you wanted to. They'd kill people. Regular M&Ms are a 6. They're good, but you don't really think about them. You don't really go like, oh man, I want some regular M&Ms.
I'm not thinking about anything anymore.
These are a 7 because I would choose these over regular M&Ms.
So wait, but do you like the M&M? You remember the little bottle? The bottle of M&Ms? It came in like a Pez bottle. The minis.
Oh yeah.
Those are
really
like a
tasty.
9.
Yeah, those are tasty. 'Cause
They're better.
But the thing is, you would just dump a whole bunch in your mouth.
But they're always better.
And
They
then
always
you
just had.
You chomp on them.
I thought he was gonna baby bird it. I think they're better. They're like my favorite.
Okay. I like the peanut because like you can go along, you can break the peanut out and eat the peanut separate, or you can eat the peanut with it, or you can eat it just half the chocolate and then eat the chocolate and the peanut. I like to break the peanut out though.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go watch the grass grow with a flashlight. So how about the weather?
Jason Deere will try that on his.
Those Mets are gonna do anything this year.
I love it.
So those Mets couldn't do anything this year.
Now that we have a surprise topic.
They were called mini M&Ms. Yeah, and they were good.
Yeah, they were good. I remember those. They still make them?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
All right. Now to arguing.
Well, why don't we have fun racing anymore?
No, other argument.
Oh, I like mine better.
Nope.
TJ liked it. He liked to talk about it. He liked to talk about how he was usually his own worst enemy for having fun at the track. What do you think of that? All right, so the Losi Sprint Car you're saying, and the Traxxas Midwest Modified, since out of the box, they're built to just run an oval.
Mm-hmm.
That they're purpose-built cars, the same as a GFRP, a Custom Works, any of those other manufacturers where you'll buy a kit and then you have to go and source all the other parts such as a transmission, shocks, and all that from, one of the off-road manufacturers or somebody else, which we call purpose-built. So you're saying that those cars
Are purposely
the same.
built.
I'm still going to say, well, you're drawing at straws, and while they are built with the intent for oval racing, that's like saying the SR10, that's a purpose-built car.
Technically, yes, it was.
But here's how the SR10, I think it's the DR10 chassis, which Associate also uses for drag racing, they use for off-road, and also for oval. they consider that a box stock car because you just pull it out of the box, you put it on the track, and you race it. So with the SR10 version of that, you race it on an oval. That's the intent behind it. With the DR10, the drag racing car, you drag race it. With the SC10, it's a short course truck or stadium truck, whatever the hell it may be, and you off-road race it. The low C Sprint,
So, like,
it's based off of another chassis. It's kind of the same as that SR10, but now it's been put into a Sprint form.
But I think it's a purpose built. It is purposely built
to
for
race
oval.
oval.
So the
But it's still
GFRP,
box class. Stock box
GFRP,
class.
it's purposely built to race an oval. Custom Works, purposely built to race oval. This purposely built, just because Low C built it and not GFRP. Why? Is
But
this?
you idiot.
What are you looking for?
Car.
Sprint car down there.
No. Where's the other one?
What other one?
Car. Here. That's it. This is a Low C. Came as a kit. You had to build it.
Okay.
So Low C makes cars that are also kits that aren't box stock. Like you buy the kit for this, it's a base kit, and then you spec it out for whatever class you're going to run. So if you're running two-wheel drive buggy, it's built to the rules that Roar sets up for a two-wheel drive buggy. Then you pick, do I want to go stock class with it, or do I want to go open mod class with it? And then you go from there.
So,
Do you want to go carpet racing? If you're going to go carpet racing, well, then you're going to have to spec it out from its dirt spec into carpet spec.
they are purposely built for oval, but don't belong racing with $1,000 cars built out of. We're not saying they belong together. We're just saying, for the sake of the purpose-built argument.
That's what he's saying, Bob Barker. So is the slash modified purposely built?
Yes.
It's built on purpose to race oval,
Yes.
but it's built from a Traxxas slash still. Basically the 4x4 heavy-duty chassis. But it's put into oval spec. But here's the difference between this Low C here and the Low C Sprint car. This you don't just pull out of a box. You got to put together and build it for the class rules. The Low C Sprint car, the intent with that is you pull the car out of the box. It's ready to race. Add your battery. It even comes with a battery. Charge the battery. Put it in it. And then you race it without any modification. So it's a box stock class. It's made for oval. Like this. They have off-road cars that are box stock. It won't be this chassis. It'll be similar, but you pull them right out of the box and you can go race it. Because it's a box stock class. I gotta put that back in. That's for the motor. I gotta put it back together, get it ready for outdoor.
I don't see a point in his argument. It's really built for the purpose of racing on an oval. They are purpose-built cars. Thank you.
Yes, purpose built but they're not the same. We can't consider them the same as
I'm not saying
I don't even think we should consider, like, purpose built was just a name that kind of came about because people were looking to name this.
So, do we need...
But that name wasn't around for the 360 or 410 sprint car class or the boosted sprint car class 5 years ago.
So
it was just boosted sprint.
Do we need...
And the idea was that you would buy a kit and build it out and spec it out.
So,
The purpose built thing is just kind of, it's kind of this name that just kind of got hung onto it in the last couple of years.
So, do we need to change the name?
From purpose built?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. You know what we need to call it? If you're building a 360 sprint, it's the 360 sprint class. Or the 13.5 sprint. In the mod class, it would be the 410 or the mod class. Or the boosted class would be the 17.5 boosted or just the boosted sprint. And the EDM class will be EDM, like, depending on the flavor of motor. So it's not really purpose built. We just hung that name on it as an easy delineator between Traxxas based classes and kit classes.
Well, this is the first
Maybe we call them kit cars.
Maybe.
Instead of purpose built.
Maybe.
Kit cars. What do you think?
I mean, maybe, but
Okay.
the purpose built, it doesn't really fit no more. Because the Losi car is built
But
purpose.
here's the thing. Like I'm saying, you could buy, like that's purpose built to run off-road, correct?
Yes,
You
sir.
put it together, it's purpose built. But they also have box stock classes that are made to run off-road. And just really for off-road, it's not meant for oval.
Tupperware cars and
So it's just, you know, like they don't call these purpose built or anything like that in off-road. They say, this is you're in 17.5 buggy, 21.5 buggy, open buggy.
Ford. Congrats, DC. That's really cool.
Nice.
They were okay.
Yeah.
And I watched a video from Lincoln the other day.
Lincoln?
Yeah,
Real sprint cars?
yeah.
Okay.
How is the closing class taking off by you guys? It's starting to grow.
Yeah. The adoption rate for that is faster than the Traxxas Modified.
I don't know.
Traxxas Modified, how long was it before we actually had a race with more than 2 cars?
Yeah, but you couldn't get them right away. That was the biggest problem.
They sold a lot of them when they first came out.
Yeah, but a lot of
They
guys.
sold out right away.
Yeah.
And the Losi Sprint, they're having a hard time getting those too.
Like,
But
I
they're
don't
selling out right away.
see.
Out there at Mad Dog, they said they had 30 of them in Erie.
Well, or I think Bill sold 10
Yeah.
or 15. But the problem is, you can't really judge it on both because you got to remember they had the Mud Boss name on it, so everyone just boxed the bag up for a while.
Yeah. But they really didn't show up all summer. RJ's had a big group that one time. We had 10 in July. And they kind of disappeared, whether it be like 2 or 3 or 4. By the end of the season, we started seeing more. And then when we got to indoor, that's when they all came out. So that class has gotten big. But these, it's just like, the car hasn't even been out for a week, you think, really. And we're already racing it. So it's really taken off.
It'll be a good beginner class unless idiot motor tuners decide to ruin it like all the other classes. Well, probably.
No, people are going to jump in and start tuning motors right away.
Yep.
What do you think about tuning a box stock class motor with these brushless motors?
I think it's dumb.
All they're doing really is checking the KV.
Think
Are
how
they
bad
really
it hurt
doing
12 turns because everyone had to go buy $50 motors to compete.
Yeah. People got tired of it.
Yeah.
When they went to the BL2, people came back.
Mm-hmm.
And people are a lot happier with that, aren't they?
BL2 is such the answer.
So.
Already happened, Scott. Yep.
Wheelie. Wheelie. Wheelie.
Wheelie. Wheelie.
So, I don't know. So,
So what we come up with is that we got you the name for purpose built.
yeah, kit class. Kit cars.
Kit
cars.
They're all kit. And they're all, well, they all, no, you can't do that. Oh, it's a car kit. They all talk and they drive around.
Not kit with 2 T's.
Don't wreck me, jackass. You suck.
Mm.
By the way, it's Boots' birthday today.
I know. Happy birthday, Boots.
Happy birthday, Boots.
Yes. She gets a special mention on the show for her birthday. So yeah. I don't know. Call them what you want. I'm gonna call them either Mod Sprint or 360 Sprint.
So shitbox and not shitbox?
Yeah, shipbox and not shipbox.
Was already a post showing before and after photos of the RPM and KV gains on them. They will need to be tacked and sealed like 13.5 and BL2.
Eh.
Just more work.
Well,
Do you think the Losi will affect the Custom Works and GFRP sales or grow those brands even more?
well, that's the thing that's going to be tough to figure out till it happens. I mean, but remember this. Losi has had a lot of sprint cars that were kit ready. You can run right out of the box. Now, they've usually been the smaller 18th and 16th scales. This is our first 10th scale. Will this stick around? And let's say 5 years from now, will it be like Mud Boss where it's still around?
So,
Or will it
and
be like an SR10 and disappear after 2 or 3 years?
And will parts be available?
Yeah, that's the biggest challenge.
I will say they are durable. They took some heavy shots at Vegeline this week, and they didn't break.
I'm impressed that those wings don't break when they roll them. So they do hold together. But it's whether or not Lowe's is going to put in the time and effort to keep it going.
My next question is, are guys going to get these and be like, why should I move to a Custom Works or a GFRP?
Well, here's another thing,
now
too.
I have my sprint car fixed.
What if Lowe's decides 3 years from now to do an SR10 and change the car chassis,
That's right.
making all the older Lowe's cars irrelevant, and going to a, I don't know where the motor's located in those things, but let's say like the SR10 went from rear motor to mid motor. Now it makes that rear motor car a little less competitive.
They had a 110 scale one before. It was out for a year.
Okay.
The problem was it was based off a stadium truck.
Well, this chassis here is probably based off a stadium truck too at some point.
Well, I think Losi is finding out that racers like their cars because they made a lot of money on Losi NASCARs and they're making a lot of money on.
But here's the thing with the Losi NASCARs, and like looking at the chassis, I'm like, it's a TTO2, but 12 scale.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Now, they aren't using ABS plastic. They're using a more durable plastic, so they survive hits a lot better than a TTO2. But if they would have made them 10 scale, there could have been competition between Tamiya and Losi. They could have both ran them together. Put a NASCAR body on your TTO2, go race it against your Losi.
It's literally a 22S buggy like yours just had there.
Yeah. See, it's still based off a buggy.
Are they all based off buggies, those sprint cars?
The GFRPs, I mean, they have buggy parts on them, but they are more focused. A GFRP and a Custom Works and all those other niche manufacturers are really, those are oval only cars, and they're just using the transmissions and shocks off of these buggies. Versus like back in the old days when I started in this, you bought a buggy kit and you modified that for oval, it was still a buggy.
The version is much better. This old one was a true piece of shit.
So
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. Well, like looking at the Losi sprint cars versus our sprint cars and what we run, what would you rather run?
I'd say probably the Custom Works and GFRP.
Yeah, I would too. They drive better. I drove the Losi Sprint. It's fine, but it's like driving a Mud Boss with a sprint car wing.
Yeah.
That's really the best way to describe it.
But a lot.
It's great for coming into, but like if you go from that and someone says, "Here, drive my 360 Sprint," it's going to be like, the transition you felt between Mud Boss and driving a sprint car. You're going to be like, that's the difference between no power steering and power steering.
Mm-hmm.
The car is just much smoother, much more fun to drive, and goes faster.
But talking to these guys now that went from Mud Boss to this Losi car, they're like, wow, this thing turns. Mm-hmm. So they do turn better than a Mud Boss.
I do.
What it sounds like.
Well, I have a low CG chassis. That helps. Have that wing on it. But I still see them like they're still rolling and rocking through the corners.
I don't know where it's going to go. That's the problem.
No. No, we can't predict that.
I think it's good because now a Mud Boss got to spend a lot of money.
Those mini 1/18 scale sprints, I had one of those, and like so many of the parts looked the same as a mini B. So it doesn't look much different than that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going to go.
Time will tell.
I do think that...
Maybe to kill it.
What?
Maybe it's going to hurt Custom Works.
I don't think it will.
Maybe it will.
Because most of the guys that get into this, I know that this is where Davies argued that they should just go with the purpose-built kit cars versus the out of the box stocks. But most of these guys that are going to jump into this I think, are the guys that would be considering a Traxxas Midwest Modified. And once they start racing, I think they're going to go, hey, look at that. There's a more advanced level class. I wanted to get into that.
I don't think
they will.
I don't think they
after a year
will.
or two.
I think they're going to stay right
We
there.
already see that now. The 360 sprints are already what? Half to a full second faster.
Yeah, but
And drive nicer.
a lot of guys are going to go, why do I want to spend $1,000 when I can spend $300? Look at these trucks.
Well, you said that too, but then you bought how many sprint cars now?
Shut your mouth, all right?
So there you go. How many sprint cars did you buy? It's not about it's like once you start racing, it's not about the cost. It's about what level of competition do you want to play in.
Here's my next question.
So if you want to keep playing
what would you have bought first out of your mud balls? Would you have bought the Losi car, or would you have Custom Works, or GFRP right away? I'm pretty sure I would have went.
Wait, if I'm coming into it now, not knowing any better,
Nope.
would I jump into the Custom Works or GFRP versus a Losi?
Yeah.
I would jump in with a Losi. Why? Because I would see those guys running the Custom Works and GFRP cars in that 360 and 410 class and go, oh, those guys have been at this for a while. They look like they got a lot of experience.
Okay.
That's not the place for me to start.
Now, my next question.
Just the same as when you started. Did you say, hey, I can either get this Mud Boss or a Savage Sprint? You looked at the Savage Sprint and said, well, those guys are going a lot faster. They look like they've been doing this for a while, didn't they? So would you have jumped in there?
So, my next question is, okay.
Money, not money dependent. You got as much money as you want. But you want to go in there and actually start working on becoming a competitive racer. Now, we know money is an object when you're starting, but let's just say it wasn't. But you want to work your way up and become a competitive racer. Where would you start?
Mud balls.
Mud Boss versus a Losi Sprint?
Yep.
I think I probably would have went with the Sprint car, but maybe still the Mud Boss because it is cheaper. Get in there.
But my next thing is, we went from Mud Boss to the 360. Now we're going up the mod.
Yeah.
Okay, because there was nothing else. These guys now have Traxxas Modified,
Mm-hmm.
Mud Boss.
They don't have to leave the box stock classes.
No.
And that's what we're seeing. There's a lot of guys that don't want to leave it.
And why would
Matt
they?
Gruber says, I like box stock.
Yeah.
Mark Klaus says, I like box stock.
Yeah.
A lot of guys like, your uncles and your dad, well, Brian and your dad, basically, they still run Mud Boss.
Mm-hmm.
And they dabble in the 360 world.
I just think a lot of guys are like, well, I'm comfortable, and why do I want to spend $1,000?
I think it's going to be one of those where it's going to be 3 or 4 years down the line where they'll move into the custom built
I don't think
kit
they will.
cars. That's what took us
Will
3 years.
Mud Boss die?
I think it's going to eventually.
We seen on Friday there was no BL2s.
I think eventually. I mean,
Because Traxxas Modifieds are a lot more.
a lot easier to get into. Less ingrained competition that you have to deal with. So we're right now in Mud Boss, what you see is on the sportsman level, not in the intermediate or whatnot. You see a lot of guys that have been doing this for years, and how hard is it to knock them out of first place?
Very.
Very hard. So those guys don't want to do that. They want to have fun.
I don't.
So they're going into their own class, and that's the way it should be.
But I think that a lot of guys are going to find it very comfortable being in that Losi Sprint.
Is there something wrong with that?
No.
No. I think a lot of guys that want to stick with it after about 3 or 4 years will say, you know what? My buddy has one of these. I want to try this, and then try and go, I really like this car. It's simpler. It's faster. It's easier to deal with. You're still going to have some of the quirky characteristics of handling that like a Mud Boss has with that Losi Sprint that you're just never going to be able to get rid of. That you could with
I
the
should
GFRP.
drop me while I was in a coma. Shows how classy they are. Jesus.
Let's see, we got a lot of comments here. I think there should be a class with a spec gear to control speed, the 13.5. Let's not get into that. Grumpy old racers. Yeah. It's just sprint cars racing out there in 5 different classes that will kill the hobby. But what about, 5 different classes of dirt modified?
Yeah.
I mean, Mini Mud Boss, EDM, Traxxas Modified, Salvus Mud Boss, Intermediate Mud Boss,
Novice.
Big Block Mud Boss.
Rookie.
Yeah, so, yeah. Please, oh great creator, make it so. I hope Mud Boss doesn't die. Lost a lot of other team drivers in off-road. That says a lot. Does it tell you a lot for Oval? No, it doesn't mean anything for Oval.
Hey, Bat Dog's alive.
Horizon dropped me. I like Mud Boss. I hope it doesn't. They're lost Yakko. Yo, Lance. I mean, I think Mud Boss will die off at some point. It's been around for a long time. I mean, classes usually don't last that long.
Lance, you should send me what you have in your EDM. Thank you.
So anyway, it's the last one. Oh wait, there's one more. You better get it.
I don't want it.
I'll take it.
You can have it.
I
I drank my milk a little too fast.
Oh man. We'll see what happens. We can't predict the future.
I think everything's gonna die.
Maybe.
I think with
Like someone just said, oversaturation of everything. There's too many classes to pick from.
oh, too many classes.
It's not that there's too many classes.
No, there is.
It's just the tracks don't need to run every class.
No, but
especially with a track like Pheasantland where we have 3 nights, maybe, Tuesday night, we're going to run these 5 classes. Bring your stuff out for these 5 classes. Don't keep bringing this stuff out and have 3 cars. Let's try to have a full field of at least 8 cars for a feature. Right? If not more. And then Friday night, it's like, okay, if you want to run this class, we'll drop this from the card and put this in there. Bring out 8 cars so we have a feature.
But we know that's never going to happen.
Nah, never going to happen. Because everybody has to be difficult.
Because guys are going to be like, well, I have a 360 and a BL2.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not going to come out of the good run.
Well, I mean, people have said, and like we even talked about that. What about a Traxxas day versus a kit car day?
I know they want to do that, but again,
But
then you run into the problem. Again, I'm not going to sit here all day and run one class. But I don't want
and guys also saying, like, I'm not going to come out on a Friday and a Sunday
No.
just to run Traxxas Friday night and then run my sprint car Sunday.
I mean, look at us. We ran 36 sprint BL. So,
Right.
and you're losing out on $20.
But here's the thing, though. Why does it have to be Traxxas versus kit? Why can't it be like on a Tuesday night? We're going to have intermediate, BL2, 360 sprint, and mod sprint or EDM. Say, bring out those 4 classes. We're just going to race those. Bring them out, and we'll run that. Then you're going to get guys say, well, I got my midget. I want to run midget. We're not running midget tonight. We'll run that Friday night.
Well, I can't make it.
Why can't we? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Well, I can come out Tuesday. Well, then bring out for those cars. At least then you can run those.
Yeah, but it still won't.
I know it won't. Because why? Because everybody has to be difficult. Everybody wants to be a special snowflake. Snowflakes. Instead of just saying, okay, well, that's what you're running. That's what I'm going to focus on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, in this hobby, the inmates run the asylum. That's all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we, the racers, hate to be told no by track owners and race directors.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Absolutely.
You missed.
That's plain and simple truth. So until people start going, well, they said no. All right, I can do that later.
Once racers
And being
realize
reasonable.
once
that
realize that
they're screwing themselves.
that we're our own worst enemy.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. I mean, track owners would probably love to say, like, I'd rather have full fields and run 4 or 5 classes. We get done in a reasonable hour, and then we'll come back on Friday, and we'll take out these classes that are the least popular, and we'll put in these other least popular classes, but at least fill those out. Because, guys will say, like, I really like to run midget, but Tuesday night, there's no midgets. There's only 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to sit there and just run with 2 or 3. Right? Like, for Tuesday night, nobody shows up with mod. But Friday night, they do. So Tuesday night, it's like, well, it's kind of a waste to have mod on the card. But, they wanted to try it,
But then, guys,
and it just isn't working. So maybe you should bring out something else. Take that off.
Is Pheasantland running Saturday or Sunday during the outdoor? I don't know.
Yeah, this isn't the place for that. You talk to them about that, Lance.
I just don't know.
We don't know yet.
I know there's probably on Sunday. I think they ran Sundays last year. With specials on Saturdays.
What did DMX say?
What did DMX say? Here we
I don't
go.
know.
No, here we go again.
With what?
I don't know. Something we said.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who the hell's DMX?
No, I think that's a song.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's this. We got the same problem as the Midwest Modified came out, but it's going to take care of itself.
Or
But,
not.
Huh?
Or not.
It'll take care of itself somehow.
Because the problem's going to be when we get 2 or 3 low-C sprints, and guys are going to be like, well, can I put it in here? No.
What,
No.
a 360?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I got hit by a low-C sprint, and my 360 did not work out well for me.
And now here's the next thing.
I will say no, because
now-
they weigh 5 pounds. It hit the front of my car, and this was just racing, but it hit the front of the car, stripped out the front clip bolts. I had to put them back in with nuts. It stripped them right out. I thought it broke the chassis, and that was just a hit with both of us moving still. It wasn't like I'm just sitting there. We're both moving. It's just they're big and heavy cars.
But then
Putting them together, they're going to tear up
the day we
purpose-built
run into the
cars.
problem is the guys like, can I run my custom works car against them?
You say no. Say, did you pull that out of a low-C sprint car box? And they'll say, no, I did not. And then you'll say, okay, you can't run it.
No, none.
So it's just until like Traxxas is supposedly coming out with its own sprint car.
Are they?
Hopefully, yes.
Oh God.
Hopefully, like that
God,
will be
now
within
there's another one.
Well, hopefully it'll be within the same specs. You run them together.
It won't be.
Then you have competition.
It won't be.
You'll have manufacturer battles.
It won't be.
Why not?
Because it won't.
Well, then maybe they've got a handicap one that has the advantage. Say, okay, well, that Traxxas one weighs half a pound less. You got to add half a pound worth of weight to make it legal. Well, why do I have to do that? Well, because the Lucy car weighs much more than yours. Can I change parts between the two? No.
That's just a storm that's going to be coming, ain't it?
It's going to be interesting.
Because you know what's going to happen then? We're going to have some jackets go, well, I don't want to run my GFRP against your Custom Works. Now we're going to have GFRP Sprint Car class, Custom Works Sprint Car class, Custom Work Midget class, GFR Midget class, Kozo Midget class. We have 1,000 classes. We'll be here till June.
And this is just Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Altegra's like, wow, another we can still talk about this. Well, actually, we're talking about purpose-built versus box stock.
The world.
Yeah.
Let's run the Losi Sprint with the Traxxas Modified. No. You're Marshall it then, Lebo.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Time will tell, though. It's a fine car.
I don't want to run it.
It's a fine car.
We're going to have blue cars in this race. We're going to have red cars in this race. Oh, we'll do it by number. All the odd cars go in
But what
race
about the
one.
cars that have no numbers?
We'll do that. All evens go in race 2.
Everybody has to have a number.
Yep.
You could always do like I would say. Keep saying. Here's the class we're running. You bring something else. We put it in the other open class. Well, can I run my Revo against that Traxxas sprint car? Absolutely. I don't care what you run. It's open. Pay your $20 and go have fun. That takes care of all the offshoot. But wait, I'm the only person who brought a mod sprint. Well, you're going in open. What do I got to race it? Well, some kid brought an Evo. Another one bought a
X-Max.
X-Max. So have fun with that. I say we do that. That'll solve a lot of problems.
Nope.
Yes. Listen, you'll see that class, and within 2 weeks you'll be going, I want in that class. That looks like such bullshit. It's fun.
I'm not marshalling it.
Nope. Traxxas modified Losi Sprint and AE Street Stock.
What was an AE Street Stock?
Associated.
Oh.
The SR10, basically.
Bring back open go.
Yeah. First time entering a waffle and win. So congratulations on that, Jason. It's always nice to win a waffle. Especially for a car. I won a car once for $5. Waffle.
True.
Yeah, that was nice. Didn't have electronics, but at least I had a car.
I won my ultimate.
You won that in a race.
Yeah, but no, I won that raffle to be my first re-entry.
Oh, yeah.
Then they didn't do it this year.
Yeah, you got to pay.
Damn it!
What are you going to do when you actually have to pay an entry fee? Yeah, I mean, you know, Skunk, you were there back in the old days. There was stock and mod. Didn't matter who the fuck made the car. You put a stock motor in it. Oh, that's stock. Oh, you want to run a mod? Yep, put the mod motor in. Oh, wait, I can run both by just changing the motors? Yes. Okay, great. Doesn't matter. You just fucking ran it.
Stupid.
And then you made it competitive. So that was the idea. So. I mean, it's, you know, didn't matter what body you ran. You'd have sprint cars running against late models, running against monster trucks. It was great.
We'll do it now. Take your 13.5 sprint or the mod car you get and run it in open.
I mean, we do that in practice.
No, but in open.
Open?
Yeah.
Well, I'll have an open class and we'll go run them.
All right, go ahead.
Should we have an open class on Friday night?
No.
Why not?
I probably won't be there.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. You do that.
All right.
I'll get an X match.
What are you going to... well, they might say 10th scale. That's what we always said. It was you had to be 10th scale. So you couldn't put a 12 scale in there in 10th scale.
So I can run an SR10?
Yeah.
I have
10 scale.
I have an SR10 again.
Yeah, you could run that against a 360 sprint.
Okay.
I'll just have to go a lot faster, won't I? As you try to jump the infield. Yeah.
You think you're fast now? Bam! See ya.
On-road and off-road stock class costs 2 times more than mod. Yeah, I mean, that's, well, around here, like the off-road results I see, the 17.5 stock classes are usually bigger than the mod classes.
Can I run my 15
But yeah,
scale?
I mean, it's one of the reasons why it's like, well, seems like it'd be more fun just to throw a mod motor in because you're going to be spending less money than trying to get a 17.5 running
scale
against guys that have been doing it for years. I mean, especially if you just want to get track time. But a lot of tracks here, like Mount Joy, for their stock buggy class, you're running an open motor just because that track is also set up for 8 scale, and 17.5 kind of sucks on a 8 scale track. It just doesn't have the power.
All right. Well, it is 8:42. We have only 7 likes, you people.
I don't care. Let them only like it.
No,
7
they're
times.
supposed to like it. And we gotta wrap this up because I have to poop.
All right, guys. Well, Kyle has to poop. So
I have to poop.
Thank our sponsors, Kyle. You got to do it.
There's all of it.
No, has to be real.
Ultimate
words.
RC Pit Stop, Race Ready Products, KFC Speed Lab, Papa Willard, Jessica, J Body RC, and Rip Motorsports.
And
Russ Lebo and Todd Epstein.
And
What?
I don't know. There's probably something.
No, I got them all. There's 6, and then
All right. Well,
yeah, think I can't.
where are you racing? Or where are you announcing?
I don't know.
Yeah, pit stop is 10 scale. Well, they also ran. Well, when I was going up there last year, they were also running 8 scale because those are scary as hell to marshal.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Depends
Leicesters?
on weather.
Leicesters, we don't know. They're going to know on Wednesday.
I don't think I'm going to Leicesters.
No, I don't think I'm going this week if they're going to run this week.
No, because if it's gonna rain, not gonna rain. I'm going to Grandview.
Did you forget Papa Willie's?
No, I said Papa Willie's.
You people, yes, Barney, you people, you small people. Anyway, you small wrestling people. Anyway, where are you racing?
I don't know about anywhere.
Where are you announcing?
I don't know about anywhere.
What are you going to be doing all week?
Nothing.
Why?
So nice.
You going to work?
At some point during the week, yeah.
Is there school this week?
Yes.
Next week?
Half of it, yeah.
M&Ms, yeah, we got to thank M&Ms for
No, I bought them.
yeah for making something else that's delicious. Try again, try harder next time though.
They were also
Listen to our ideas, integrate those, and we'll come back and re-review.
But send them this time.
Yeah, send us a whole truckload so we can hand them out.
I take a
Imagine
box.
if we got a box truck full of M&Ms.
No.
That'd be cool.
No.
How many M&Ms would that be?
I don't know.
How many M&Ms can you fit in a box truck?
I will be pooping. Yes.
I bet you they'd put them in there without putting them in a bag, so it would just be a truck full of M&Ms. So when they open the door, they just come all rushing out.
I don't think M&Ms are Russian.
They're gonna fall out, man.
I'm about to fall
They're
out.
probably gonna put it in a dump truck and just dump them on us. We'll have to eat our way out of the M&M pile. You're screwed. I mean, you might be fat, but you can't eat. I'll be out of it in like 5 minutes. It'll be great. I'll be going, Kyle, where are you? You're still in there, aren't you? You're suffocating in M&Ms, aren't you? What's it like to drown in jelly-filled M&Ms?
Dead.
You probably get a concussion from all those hard M&M shells hitting your head. Probably have to get a plate in your head after that because your brain skull will turn into mush.
I thought I was still getting it dead. What are you gonna play for if I'm dead?
They'll suffocate.
Did you wait? Okay.
They'll resuscitate you.
Okay.
They'll have the defib there.
This is the last story. This is the last story.
Okay.
I watched the news before I came over here, and they had pallbearers walking into this guy, putting him in the grave, and the grave gave way, and all the pallbearers fell in with a dead body inside.
Cool.
Like, could you imagine how shitty that would be?
For the dead body?
No, like, all those people, like, you're mourning your dead friend and you fall into his freaking grave? And some of them got hurt, like, really hurt.
I know. It's pretty shitty.
That's, like, real. Could you imagine, like, dying? Like, how'd you die? Well, I was lowering this jackass into his grave, and he fell on me.
You know, Bob Saget would have had that on that Funniest Home Video show, and he would have laughed.
Oh, my God, yeah.
He's like, now check out this clip of these idiots falling into the grave with their best buddy.
But could you just imagine, like you're just a dead guy looking down at your, like, food, and you're like, oh, look at that. You fucking idiots!
I told you not to have him as the pallbearer. I told you he's too weak. He can't lift my casket.
Could you imagine that? Like, just fall. Like, a lot of them broke their arms and legs.
Yeah, caskets are heavy, man.
Yeah.
You ever lift a casket?
No.
I have.
No.
You ever lift an empty casket?
No.
I have.
What point of I never looked at a casket, did you understand?
You know why I lifted an empty casket?
Probably because you were hoping to jump back inside of it?
No. I had a friend who bought a coffin to sleep in.
Okay.
So I had to help him move it a couple times.
This is pretty cool.
He kept it right in his living room and he would just sleep in it.
Cool.
He also did drugs in the coffin. It was interesting.
Look at Ross.
What?
Ross, you're better now.
I used to work at a casket shop, and the stories I could tell.
They
I want to
ate
hear
too
them.
many M&Ms.
He wanted to poop and ended up going like this. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I have to poop from those M&Ms. You think you have maybe a side effect of that crushed beetle shell?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Hey, where's Brian Stout? He's not on tonight.
He hasn't been on for a while.
He was on last week.
Was he? I
Yeah,
don't know.
he was. He was.
But could you, like, imagine dying like, fucking dog. I was lifting this fat ass.
That would be a shitty way to die. We'll say that.
Just,
But
just put them both in, bro. Fill it up.
I mean, you're already in the hole.
Yeah.
You're already in a casket, or the casket's on you. How much do we really have to worry about the order in which things are layered? I mean, It's all doing the same stuff. I mean, do you really have to like pull them out? Like, it's just kind of ridiculous. This is like on the level of.
Oh my god, here we go.
I'm
never gonna poop.
This is on the level of, you know, why do we have to have a class for Traxxas Intermediate, Traxxas BL2,
How?
Mini Mud Boss, and Crate Late, and Big Block when they're all just one fucking car? Like, this is just like, well, they're all dead. They're in the fucking hole, and there's a casket there. Why do we have to take them out and do this again? Why? You know why? Big funeral. That's why. Big funeral. Big funeral say you can't bury more than one body per casket per hole. This is how we make money. But they're not thinking straight. They're not thinking of the future. When all the land is gone and there's not enough spots to put graves. Like this. These guys that did it, they're thinking four-dimensionally in the future. So they're already thinking like, hey man, we need to save space and conserve on caskets and land. So let's just all die now with our buddy, because there's no point living now that our buddy's gone. He was the glue that held our world together. Let's just all go out in a blaze of glory in the same fucking hole as him. Just throw the dirt on top. That's what they should have done. They fell in there. Even though they still might be kicking and screaming, just shove the dirt on top. Be like, okay, sorry guys. You had a good one. Once you fall in the hole, you're done.
Once you're in the grave, you ain't coming out of the grave.
Yeah. It's just the way it works, man. Once you're in that hole, you can't come out.
So I don't want to be buried, so it's okay.
Yeah, I don't either, man. That's
Just cremate me at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll change this crap.
like,
I thought we were done.
you'll be stuck in that hole for eternity.
You're not gonna know it.
The M&Ms look a lot like ecstasy, just saying. This is like analyzing the Abbey Road album cover. At least some people appreciate it. I appreciate that. We still have like 8 minutes till 9 o'clock.
No.
Maybe we should just go to 9.
No.
I mean, what else have you seen on the news that we can talk about? Did you see any other funny videos that we could talk about? Not so funny videos that we can talk about? Alright, well, I guess that's it. Kyle's going on to the Facebooks. So if you can, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I don't know. Send us food. We like food. And I guess we'll see you next week or see you at the racetrack. Right, Kyle? Right, Kyle?
Jesus.
Oh, what's that? Who did that?
I don't know.
How did they get their truck stuck up in the telephone pole wire?
I'm sure County Man calls the power outage. They're driving under the influence. YouTube shits himself live on air film at 11. Wait!
That makes this a total shit show
Wait,
then.
we forgot. Yesterday was Carrie Siegfried's 75th birthday.
Happy birthday, Carrie. I did tell him happy birthday.
Look how happy that old fuck is.
Yeah. Turn around and show people. Yeah, Mike Wood says food is good.
That's Carrie. He's old, but funny. And he's gonna yell at me.
You know, if you shit yourself on air, Tosh will come back and make Tosh point out just to show that video and have you on a show. Don't you want to be on the show? Don't you want to sit next to Daniel Tosh as he makes fun of you as the guy who shit himself on air? Don't you? Tosh is funny. Oreo stuffed cinnamon rolls? Be fine. I don't have an Oreo fixation or a cinnamon roll fixation. I mean, they're both fine. You like Oreos?
Mm.
You like cinnamon rolls?
Mm.
Okay, see. Yeah. Likes will go up tenfold if you shit yourself. If you shit yourself right now, we'd probably have 1,000 new subscribers by tomorrow. We'd probably have 10,000 views.
Then why don't you do it?
Skunk turned 60 in 11 days. I don't have to shit. I shit in the morning. I've told you that. I have
We're
my
not going over this
morning
again.
constitution.
I'm gonna leave.
I have my coffee.
I'm gonna leave.
I go to the
I'm leaving.
bathroom.
I'm leaving.
Then we get a shower. And then we're clean. The way civilized people do it. I mean, you gotta be a savage to shit in the middle of the day. Right? Yes. We'll go up tenfold. Have Barrow the Traxxas Modify class allowed to add weight to the front to keep the wheel? No, you can't add weight to ours here. They have to be box stock. It would evacuate the chat. Lucy Sprint car sales would go up tenfold. Yes, they would. Yes, it would. All right, folks. Well, Kyle's, listen, if we stay on long enough, you'll miss your opportunity. You won't be able to go. You can hold it till tomorrow morning and start your day off clean.
You realize I shit every morning, right?
I know, you go 4 times a day. It's ridiculous. I don't know how you have that much time to poop. How?
I hit the button. We already said
What,
this.
if I hit the button, will you poop?
We already
Is this to hit the,
We
hit the
already,
pile of poop
we
button?
already said the sponsors. We already said we're not racing. You didn't even say where you're racing at.
I don't know.
God,
All right,
jeez.
folks.
This show's going to hell.
We'll see you. Well, yeah. We'll see you.